rudiments of trading. I have little experience on trading. I've been with Bitcoin since 2016 when it started. I've been following it up. And just like many other, most traders, I've lost some money and I've made some money too. We started Bitcoin when Bitcoin was still $300. So we bought Bitcoin very cheap then. We invested into some schemes and we lost some money in it. And then we don't know anything about trading. So later I heard about trading. So I went to meet a friend. He told me about trading. I sat with him for 3 hours and he taught me the basics, like a crash course. So when I say you can learn trading for 3 hours, I don't mean you can actually be a professional, but you're going to get the rudiments, the basic, then you can build on it. That was what my friend did for me. So he gave me the basics. Then I remember there was another maybe 4 hours and seminar I attended of a friend as well in Port Harcourt. He talked about cryptocurrency. We looked at the basics too of cryptocurrency, the founder of Bitcoin, the person who started Bitcoin, how Bitcoin is being mined, airdrop, and all the jargons of cryptocurrency. So I took my time to learn it, and I've been learning about it. And the industry is relatively new, so it keeps evolving. There's a lot coming up it's an industry on its own, so there's a lot to learn. But after my experience of making losses in investing in different schemes and different investments in crypto, I then decided that I'm going to stick to trading. So I told myself I'm going to learn trading professionally on my own. I've not been to any school. There are a lot of schools where you can pay money to attend and they teach you. It's good. They are good. They are going to guide you. But because of my kind of person and the time, I don't have much like that. So I decided to learn trading on my own. I learned from many people, but there was one American guy I met online. So with God's favor, that guy was like mentoring me, teaching me, giving me some things to read, gave me books to read, audio books now. So I read a lot. I read a lot of books, not a lot of books, but I read a lot. I listened to a lot of videos, a lot of people video. Then last year during the COVID, of course, everybody had time to themselves because of the lockdown. Sorry, I'm getting a message about my internet connection is down. Oops, oops. Please, can you still hear me? I got a message just now about my internet connection, so not hearing anything. Okay. Okay, how is it now? Can you still hear me? It was a bit shaky, loud and clear. All right, fine. So someone said it's loud and clear, so I continue. I was just giving a simple introduction about myself and how I got into cryptocurrencies. So last year during the lockdown, I took time to keep learning. I've been learning it, but it's just you learn a bit here, you learn a bit here from different people. So it's difficult for you to get your footings on crypto since you don't have like a organized training you're going through, or you don't have someone who is mentoring you. So it's a bit difficult. And that's what I've been doing since 2016. I learned from different people. So I don't have a roadmap. I don't have an organized system to follow. Not until last year during the lockdown, I met somebody's training online, free and very, very deep. The guy is called Crypto Cred. So I went through his training and it's free. It's training on technical analysis. So I followed his training, and my friend who has been mentoring me, I felt it's good for us to just understand some, to share, it's good for me to share my experience with us all. Everybody has different paths, so your path might be different from my own paths, but there are some basic things that won't change. And that's number one. You might still not be able to find your foot in trading if you don't define what you really want. So it's advisable for you to ask yourself what you really want, number one. Then number two, how you really want to achieve it. So like I was saying, for me, I wanted to learn it in a professional way, and I didn't want to give someone my money to trade for me or invest it into someone crypto space for him to start giving me return. I wanted to learn it on my own. So that was why I took time to learn it. Yeah, I'm not saying I'm making the whole profit like that in the world. No, I'm not. I'm far from the best traders. There are people who trade well, far better. Well, because I met people, guys, who could teach me for free. I met people's content that are online and are really deep and rich. I got it for free compared to meeting some other traders who, a lot of people are online on YouTube. I'm going to teach you how to trade, and of course, you need to pay money for that. So I felt if I've been privileged to meet people like this and to get these things for free, then I should also give it out for free. We need to understand this experience. People's experience are different. So, and people's paths are also different. You might not get the full benefit from my own pattern or from my own experience, but I'm sure you're going to pick something from it. But before we go ahead now, two things. So number one is for you to define what you really want. If it's a quick money thing, sorry, I don't think there's no quick money thing like that in crypto, especially in crypto trading. But you can get guidance. So when you get guidance, that is going to help you to shorten your learning curve. No, NK, you can just say, you can text, not raise hand, really, you can text. Okay, okay. So define how you really want it. Then also, it's important for you to get someone to guide you. Now, getting someone to guide you, it's also a process. Like you might not, the people's trading patterns are different. My trading pattern might not suit you. Not that you'll be able to learn from me, yes, but as you progress, you might discover that, oh no, I prefer so and so person's pattern. Oh, I prefer so and so strategy. I prefer so and so method. So you might, as you progress, you end up following somebody like a coach, someone who could coach you, who could guide you. You could end up following someone. So put this thing in mind that you need to define what you really want in the crypto space, how you really want to achieve it. Are you just there for a short time or for a long time? Like for me, I see it as a retirement plan. So whatever I'm learning now, whatever I can do now is a skill that I've acquired, which I can transfer to my kids, which I can do if I retire in life and I'm just sitting back home, not working for anybody. So that's my major objective, a long-term goal. So I took my trading as a long-term thing, not just like a quick rich something. So and that makes me to be patient to learn. So let's know that we have different paths and different ways to achieve it as well. All right, thank you very much. So from that little experience I've shared, if you have anything to question on that, you can please type it. So that achieve is this: to understand the whole essence of trading, to be able to navigate a trading platform. A trading platform is an exchange. In the forex world, they call it broker. And number, I hope you will share the slide with us after the class. Sure, I will. I will share the slide. I'll share the slide. We're going to look at cryptocurrency exchange, which will measure on Binance, and there are other exchanges too we can look at. And even there are robots to exchange that we can also look at later. But I'll come to that and share my opinion about it. We will be able to understand how to read the market. That's the whole essence of trading, because trading is about knowing when to buy and when to sell. Then at the end, we should be able to buy and sell crypto profitably. So that's the outcome that we should achieve. Then the content requirement for trading, the essence of trading, what to trade, which cryptocurrency to trade. We're going to look at it. And why does trading work? What moves the market? We need to understand what moves the market so that when the price is going to go down, and this is time for me to buy. When the price is going to go up, this is time for me to sell. So we need to know what moves the market. Then we'll look at trading exchange. Then we'll look at reading the market. So I just made it like what to trade, why trading works, where to trade, and how to trade. So let's get into it's a bit deep, but I'll make it very, very simple. So please, I want you to try and follow me. And there's going to be a recording. I'll post the slide. We can also get the recording to play back. So number one, requirement for trading. First, trading is about buying and selling. So for us, we're going to trade digital assets, buying and selling digital assets. And what we need a laptop. You need a laptop or a phone or a tab with internet. So you need a laptop or a phone or internet. If you have the three or the two, good for you. So we need the interest and the persistence and seriousness, so to say. So we need to be persistent. You have a goal that you want to achieve. So you want to we want to achieve financial freedom. We want to make more profit. We need a alternative source of income. We need that trading skill. So we should be persistent. That's why it's important. Nothing in the world can take the place of persistency at all. You need that persistency to achieve it. So we need time as well. You need time, like attending this meeting, it takes time. Then we need a little capital, your own capital that you're going to use to trade. And if you don't have the capital, you want to learn trading, fine. There are demo accounts. You can learn on demo account before you put your real money. But the fact is, you won't learn how to trade if you don't use your real money. Until you use your real money and you engage your emotion in trading, that's when you can actually learn it. So that's why if you have little capital, very little capital, put it into trading, into learning it. And if you don't have, you can use a demo account. So what to trade? What do we trade? Let me just use this analogy. You can trade crude oil, you can trade gold, you can trade silver, you can trade agri products like physical trading. Now, I mean, you can go to the market, buy agri products and sell it to someone. You can also trade fashion, you can trade real estate, buying and selling, just like they do in the physical world, in the market. And all this is for one to get more income. So just like you can do this in the physical world, you can also do this in the digital world. You can trade digital assets. Example of digital assets is software like game applications, photos, videos, ebook, and files. But now we are looking at cryptocurrency. We are looking at cryptocurrency, trading cryptocurrency. Okay, so you can trade cryptocurrency, you can trade fiat. Fiat means paper money. You can also trade gold under digital assets. So now, why trading works? I'm trying to be fast, but if I'm too fast, please you can let me know. Now, why does trading works? Let's look into some theories or some principles of economics. What moves the price of assets? Simply put, it is demand and supply. Simple economics says the more the demand and the less the supply, that will give rise to an increase in price. For instance, nose masks. We know that when we had low supply of, when we had coronavirus, we had more demand of nose masks, more demand of nose masks, and that made the price of nose masks to increase. So please get this principle, that it is the principle of demand and supply that moves price. Now, what are the factors that affect this principle of demand and supply? Number one, we have political situation and government policies. For instance, when the USA imposes an economic sanction on Iran, and Iran is one of the world producer of crude oil. So they impose a sanction on them, reducing the amount of crude oil that Iran can produce and supply to the world. So that means if Iran that is producing oil is no more producing enough oil, it means there's lesser supply of crude oil, and that will lead to increase in price. So when you have less supply, as in there's scarcity of something, the price of that thing will increase. Also, when there's higher demand of something, the price of that thing will increase. So a political sanction, political situation, or a government policy could affect this demand and supply we're talking about. Also, economic growth. When there is development in an area, or there's a development which also means adding of value to an area or a product, it will make the price of that thing to increase. Take for instance, if we compare the different versions of iPhone or any phone, you find out that as a new version of that phone is coming, there is additional feature to that phone, and that gives rise to increase of the price of that thing. So that's economic growth. So nature also, when you have favorable weather condition. Now, when you look at this political, hello, can one make a record of this seminar for future reference? Yes, we are recording it already. So we are talking about nature now. Nature, when you look at favorable weather condition, for instance, may lead to a bumper harvest of a particular agri product, which means we have more supply of that product. So when you have more supply of that product, what will happen to the price? The price will drop. Remember, higher demand leads to increase in price. Lower supply also leads to increase in price. So when we have the weather is good, oh, it is yam period, we have excess yam in the market, what will happen to the price? The price is going to drop. But when we have less supply of that product in the market due to unfavorable weather condition, that the price of that thing will increase. So that's why I said nature is also a condition, is a factor that affects demand and supply. So many factors determines the movement of price of an asset and commodity, such as government policy and the rest that we've talked about. Now, all these are predictable, but nature is not predictable. You can't predict nature. You're going to see how all these things affect trading. That's why we are talking about it.